Ben, tell us a bit about Foxy and what makes her so special to your family.
Blair's had Foxy since she was about 19 months old, and it's been like stuffy number one ever since. Like, I mean, for me, I had a blankie when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So, but for Blair, Foxy comes everywhere with us. She sleeps with Blair to the zoo, and so it's sort of like the stuffy you don't want to lose.
Oh, yeah. You got to have Foxy. You got to have Foxy around. So then how did Foxy get separated from your daughter Blair while you were at the Olympics?
Oh, gosh, we were just running out of an Olympic venue, and we had to catch, trains and in planes. We're flying to Iceland the next day, so it's hard to muster too much sympathy for us. But we left the Fox behind in the arena. I went running back, like when we realized halfway to the train station that we'd forgotten the Fox to try to get let in, and that wasn't happening.
So what happened?
Well, I panicked. Basically, I asked about 5 people to let me in. Finally, like a very well-dressed French guy comes over, and I lied. I said, look, I forgot something medical in the bathroom. And I was thinking, I just have to get in there.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll take a look. And he comes back 5 minutes later. He said, the bathrooms have been cleaned, but what exactly did you forget? So time to fess up. It's a stuffed fox. And, yeah.
So then how did he react when you told him that?
I mean, I saw a flicker of like annoyance and our bit of experience in like sometimes the French can be annoyed with slow tourists and English speakers, but then very quickly, total empathy. He was like, "Look, I'm a dad too. I understand. I'll do my best." He advised me to go to the Lost and Found, but we didn't even have time for that.
Yeah, because you had to be in Iceland, right?
Yeah. So he took my email, and so then we kept our fingers crossed, but that did actually give a lot of comfort to Blair. She was like, oh, okay, someone's searching, so that was good.
That's cool. So then in the meantime, you had to continue on with your journeys. You go to Iceland. What happens next?
We get the best email I've ever received, basically. And like, it was in French, but even reading it in French, we knew it was good. It was like, look, I'm sitting in bed with my wife. We're talking about the times our kids have lost their stuffed animals and how meaningful it was. And he says, your quest is now my quest. I'm Indiana Jones, and this fox is my holy grail. So we felt total chills. And at that point, I'm like, we're getting this fox back.
Yeah.
And,
your quest is my quest. Wow. Okay, so what happens next?
I think it's about 36 hours later, we get an email saying the whole team was mobilized. We found the fox, but don't tell your daughter. And this is when I was like, okay, it's going to turn into a ransom letter or something. But instead, he says, we want to write a letter to your daughter from the fox, so keep it quiet for a little bit. And we did.
Okay. Yeah. So then what happens next?
We get a lovely letter, Dear Blair, it's from the Fox. It was a brilliant idea to leave me behind at the Olympics. I've had such a good time. And of course, the letter comes with a bunch of photos of, the fox with the gold medal, the fox with the torch, and just the fox with that mascot,
Wow.
Yeah, so it was special, and the photos just kept coming. So we, while we were continuing our holiday, every night we'd check, and there'd be new photos, and it was
more photos.
Yeah, so it was just like we were just walking on air.
Oh my gosh, Blair! It looks like Foxy had an amazing time in France. But what happened in terms of how you finally got Foxy back home to Calgary?
Well, a Canada Post delivery drive, our regular Canada Post guy, and we'll say thank you to him. He dropped it off after it got mailed to us, and he said, "Oh, a package from France. What's in it?" And we told him, and he said, "Best package drop off ever."
Oh yeah. So Blair, how did it feel to finally have Foxy back home with you?
Very excited.
Very excited. I'll bet. I'll bet the Foxy is excited too from that adventure. So what are your plans with the pictures? I imagine you'll save them, but do you have any plans to do anything special with the pictures of Foxy's vacation in France?
We will definitely get a photo album together, and we've sent some pictures back to Stefan, the worker who did that, and his team just to say thank you. And so we're really happy to see them get acknowledged because workers at the Olympics, right? They're helping people with problems big and small. So I just think they're so kind to our family. I'm sure they're so kind to other people. So so we're hoping to send them some maple syrup
Oh, that's cool.
gifts and stuff like that.
Yeah, those words, I think you said, your quest is my quest, is really such a beautiful thing, especially given how busy they would have been, like with the Olympics happening. I mean, what do you make of all those people pulling together for your family to find Foxy, the stuffed fox?
I mean, it was just like a total act of kindness, right? It's funny, like, I mean, there's bigger fears out there, but always in my mind has been like, oh, if we ever lose this small fox, what are we going to do? And so what a great lesson for a kid to have sort of your worst fear actually be like, no, it's totally okay. And it's going to be actually the best story we have as a family. So things will turn out just perfect in the end. So yeah, it was really nice.
For sure. That is super cool. So Blair, do you think you'll ever have another fox like Foxy?
No.
Yeah, I doubt it. I think that's a special one you got holded right there. Well, congratulations, you guys. And it's such a lovely story. Ben and Blair, thank you both for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.